I would literally walk to the bathroom with a freaking kitchen knife in my hand.
This feels better than I expected. Never thought that I'd be pressing up on you for more and more. You deserve a medal or just some type of trophy ring.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Sarae, and I'm back with another video. Okay, this is a story time on my roommate from hell. We can start from the beginning. Basically, we just got off of Christmas break and I just got back literally the night before school was supposed to start back up. So the spring semester was supposed to start up, and I got back, you know, I noticed that I had another roommate and I didn't know what she looked like. I just knew her name. So days went by and I didn't see her at all. Like, we just kept missing each other. So I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but you know, when you have your own class schedule and a job and all that stuff. So like, we were just like missing each other. And finally the day came when I met her, and I went to Walmart and I just came back to the apartment and I put my groceries away, and around that time, that's when I met her, because she was already like kind of in the kitchen area. So things were all cool and whatnot until we had a apartment floor meeting, like whatever you want to call it. We had one of those, and I was like, this girl is actually really cool. She's really cool. Like, I would love to, you know, work out with her and hang out with her and just like actually become friends. But later on, I was just like, I don't think I want to do that. And I'm gonna tell you why. So the night of the floor apartment meeting, let's call it that, because I don't know what it was called. So we had the meeting or whatever. I walked back to the apartment. She walked back to the apartment. I think she got there. No, I got there before her, I think. I don't remember. But I do remember she like made something, and then she was like, I made some for you too. Like, do you want to try it and stuff like that? So I was like, sure. Just trying to be friendly and stuff. We started talking. We started laughing and stuff, and she started asking me about like the school, if it was like a cool school, what are some fun things to do on campus and stuff like that, because at the time I was a senior. So I was getting ready to graduate, and she was actually like a transfer student. So fall semester, she was at a different school, and then she transferred in the spring semester at the school that, you know, we were at. We started talking, having fun and stuff like that. And then I heard somebody like sleeping. I could hear them snoring in her room, and I didn't know like who it was. I thought I was like tripping, but I just kept hearing it while we were talking and stuff. The question that started it all, she was like, I hope you don't mind if my boyfriend spends the night tonight. And I was like, I don't mind. I don't, because my boyfriend, sometimes he would come to visit me, and you know, I understood. That's the first mistake. As the days went on, she really started to piss me off, like bad. And I'm not the type of person to, you know, just start spazzing out of nowhere. Like, I will talk to you first. I'll talk to you like 3 times, and then I will start to spaz out. So the first thing was, every single time she left the apartment, she would literally slam the door, to the point where if I was asleep, her slamming the door would wake me up. Okay, some of these things are like a little graphic, so if, you know, you're not old enough, or if you have a weak stomach or whatever, I highly suggest that you do not watch this part or skip through it or whatever. But on top of the slamming the door, whenever she did a number 2 in our bathroom, she would literally leave the freaking stains in the toilet.
Really, nigga?
That is like one of my biggest pet peeves. I'm a serious health freak, so anything that's unsanitary, like, it literally just freaks me out, and I don't know how to handle it, and it's just so disgusting. And like, some things you would think are common sense, but apparently it's not to some people. So she would leave that stuff, like the stains, in the toilet, and would act like nothing was wrong at all. I talked to her about it, and she literally laughed. I started to get mad, and I was just like, yo, at this point, I'm not talking to this chick. Like, I'm really not. I'm not talking to her. Keep in mind, like, this went on for a whole semester. Like, all this stuff went on for a whole semester. So I don't exactly remember everything, like, in order. So I'm just going off of what I remember at the time. So that happened. I started ignoring her and stuff. Another thing that happened was literally, I wouldn't say every night or every day. I would just say it would happen often, to the point where I would either walk in the apartment after class and I could hear them doing ungodly things. They didn't have any music playing, didn't have a TV on, no nothing. Like, they didn't care at all. There would be times when I would just be like sitting in my room just like studying or just chilling watching TV, and then I would hear that stuff. And like I said before, some things you would think are common sense, but apparently it's not. That happened a lot. Not a few times, but a lot. She like called herself a good cook and stuff, and she would always be cooking for her boyfriend, who later on became her husband within a few weeks or whatever. Anytime she cooked, she literally left the kitchen a complete mother freaking mess. A complete mess. And that also ticked me off because, like I said before, I am a clean freak, I'm a health freak. So anything that is nasty, like if people don't clean up after themselves, like I just automatically look at you differently. I just look at you differently. She would literally leave like food out, did not refrigerate it overnight. She would leave dirty dishes in the sink for a long period of time, not clean them. She would leave, like, you know, like when you're cooking and stuff and sometimes you like spill food or oil or whatever like on the stove or on the counter. Well, that's exactly what she did, but she never cleaned it up. The thing about me was anytime that I cooked, you wouldn't even be able to tell that I cooked, because I would cook my food, I would like put it in those little containers that people use to like meal prep and stuff. I would put it in that so that I wouldn't have to like keep cooking every day. I would put it in those. Then I would clean my pots and pans and my silverware and, you know, the ladles and all that stuff that I used. I would clean that stuff and I would make sure that the stovetop was cleaned. I would make sure that the counters were clean, all of that. But whenever she cooked, like, it was not like that. She just left everything like she had a maid. All I gotta say is, you know something's wrong when your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, girlfriend, whatever, tell you you need to clean the kitchen. It's not okay. Like, that's just disgusting. I mean, I understand if it's like you're super tired or something and you don't want to clean up the kitchen for a night or two, but for longer than that, there's an issue. Moving on, I talked about the slamming of the door, the bathroom, the kitchen, the ungodly stuff. And another thing was, this girl was extremely loud. Her and her boyfriend, like, it just got to a point where they were both pissing me off. Like, they were both super annoying, constantly laughing super loud, wrestling, bumping into stuff, like making all kinds of loud sounds. Oh yeah, one thing that I forgot to mention was that they were both in the military. And first of all, having another person of the opposite sex staying in the apartments or the dorms for a long period of time, that's not allowed. But her boyfriend, who later on became her husband, was literally there every single night. I'm not trying to sound crazy or anything, but I have like major trust issues, and it got so bad to the point where I would literally walk to the bathroom with a freaking kitchen knife in my hands just in case something popped off. I'm sorry, but I had to. It's sad because a lot of crazy things happen to people, especially in college. You're literally like never safe, honestly. Not even if you live on campus, in your apartment on campus, or in your dorm room, like, you're never really safe. There were times when I was definitely scared because of the vibe that they gave off. So I didn't try to start popping off or anything like that, because I mean, on the inside I was kind of worried about my own safety and my life and all of that. Like I said, they were both in the military and they had stuff, and I didn't know if they had like weapons in the apartment as well. The vibes that they gave off, like, it was just not okay. So instead of me, you know, popping off and stuff, I would do the exact same things that she did to me, except for the bathroom and the kitchen thing. Well, actually, I did do the kitchen thing I didn't do the bathroom thing. No. I was playing my music super loud. I was being rude to her. I was ignoring her, all of that, because being a senior in college, like, you're already stressed out. One last thing that happened was, I couldn't even believe my eyes. This girl literally bought some freaking ducks. She bought some baby ducks and kept them in the apartment. I remember it was like 1 week my boyfriend came to visit me after his fight or whatever. I woke up because at this time I had Biochem 2, and Biochem 2 at the school that I was at, it's only offered as an 8 a.m. class. So I had to get up at like 6 every morning to get ready to go to class and to literally walk to class. I got up like really early in the morning, getting ready to go to class. I go to my sink to go, you know, brush my teeth, clean off my face and all of that. I look to the left, I see this orange light and I'm just like, what is that? At first I thought it was a heater because it looked like a heater. I didn't know what it was, but it looked like a heater. And then I looked down below and I saw 2 baby ducks literally walking in circles, just following behind each other. I went like,
what?
What is wrong with this girl? In the apartments and in the dorms, you're not allowed to have pets. I will definitely tell you, I went a long time without talking to her and I was just being really rude. Like, I didn't care. I was a senior, I was ready to graduate, and I was pissed off because she was placed in the apartment with me. I'm thankful to God that nothing too crazy happened to the point where it would like tremendously affect my health or I would not be alive. I am thankful that I didn't experience anything like that, because I know stuff like that happens. It's just sad, like, how you can't really trust that many people in the world and how people like to take advantage of you, or they don't really care about others and their personal belongings or respect other people in general because they have to live with you. The moral of the story is, if you are going to college and you are going to be living on campus, or if you choose to not live on campus, if you do room with somebody, make sure you at least know them, or try to live by yourself if you can, because people are crazy and a lot of crazy things go on in college. Yeah, so that concludes my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, maybe even laughed a little bit, or, you know, got upset as I got upset trying to relive these moments. I'm sorry it's not really like a storyline of everything that happened. It's just like hitting points of things that happened. I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you're at. I will see you later.